Hey, what's going on? This is Piedmont Artist Profiles, your host Mick. Usually I try to do a little more upbeat intro, but today the whole world found out that Chris Cornell apparently hung himself. So Chris Cornell and that whole Seattle sound is very important to me, and I'm kind of shook up about it. I'm trying not to be emotional about it. It's kind of, we went through it with Kurt, and I know that was nationwide. It was a big deal, and it was a super big deal for those of us out there. I mean, I remember watching Nirvana at a armory in an unknown town. So to lose Chris now, and who knows what demons were there and what was going on. But he leaves us with a huge body of work, a ton of music, and a ton of influence. For people who aren't really into the Seattle scene, the music at that time was special, but just the bonds of the people. So there's a lot of documentaries out there you can kind of go out and check out for yourself and get a vibe for what it was like. Pearl Jam 20 is probably one of the best, although it's focused on Pearl Jam. There's also a documentary called Hype, but picture this: at one time, Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder were roommates, and they were going to Mudhoney shows, and they were all brothers. So I'm sure that there's a lot of pain in Seattle today, and around the world really too. So anyway, thoughts to the Seattle music community. And on a side note, not even really a side note, so look, suicide's a real problem in our society, and I'm pretty sure probably all of us know at least one person. I know a few. So if you listen to this and you're sad, we love you. Reach out. You got friends. I promise you, you may feel like you don't, but you've got friends out there. I'll be your friend. All you got to do is hit me up. So, but if you need help, or you know someone that needs help, there is a national suicide prevention line. That's 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. So just keep that number around, right? We all go through our things. And so anyway, rest in peace, Chris Cornell. And back onto this show. So this episode is made up of interviews I did out at Shakedown Fest 2017. I only had a couple days to get ready for this, to come up with a plan. Let me first say that Fred and his team did an amazing job organizing the event, setting up the bands. The transition between bands was great. The audio was great. The sound was great. I think guys' name's been phenomenal show. So this is a new format for the podcast. I've tried the open mic thing. I don't like the open mic thing. I'm not going to do the open mic thing anymore. It's nothing against the artist. It's just the way that there's no way to really capture it. So there's that. Anyway, so basically what I did is I took an easy up out there and set a little mini version of my studio up and got to talk to a few bands, and it was a great time. I mean, I had the hammock up. I took some naps. I had hot dogs. I enjoyed the shit out of it. And it looked like everyone around me was having a good time. And I know the bands were phenomenal, so I'm going to say that's a winner in my book. And then what I'm going to do is put in the show notes where each interview begins. So if you want to just listen to your favorite band, you can fast forward to them. Or if you are the band wanting to listen to it, go ahead and go in there and hear yourself talk. But I think you'll enjoy the way I strung it together. I hope you do. Still learning. Try to mix some background noise and stuff in there. Some of the bands are kind of loud during the interviews. Sorry, we're at a music festival. I think it sounds cool. So first up was half of the duo, Lady Comes First. Unfortunately, Adrian was sick, so Shoney, Lamar went on and scrabbled together a solo set of some originals and some covers. Shoney's body of work is really incredible in its own right, but as a duo, The Lady Comes First is just a very powerful performance to watch, and it's interesting. It'll take you a lot of places. So if you haven't checked them out, for sure go to their website. I believe it's theladycomesfirst.com, where you can check out their stuff together, as well as Shoney's solo work and Adrian's stuff too. Well, Shoney was with a band too called the Human Rights. Good stuff. Anyway, here you go. First interview of the day, Shoney, Lamar. All right, live here at Summer Shakedown Fest in Concord with the man, Shoney Lamar from Lady Comes First, did a solo set this evening. What's going on, Shoney?
Not much. Enjoying the pleasant weather.
Yeah, this is a great venue. It's outdoors. It's got trees all around it. Slight mist.
Yeah. It's like big place. Trees make the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's got great sound.
Great sound. That's a good sound guy, Ben.
Yeah, Ben. On the 1s and 2s, or 3s and 4s, or whatever. Here we go.
Might be on the 5s and 6s.
As an Oregonian, I couldn't ask for better weather. I know that much. This is perfect. I don't think I'm gonna stay in my hammock tonight. So, what do you got going on, Shoney? I haven't talked to you for a little while.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to get super busy. So I did a cover of a band called The National.
Mm-hmm.
So I've already put out one EP of covers of theirs. I'm working on another one, and I'm going to try to put together like a single day where I put out a new covers album from them and a new A, B side, whatever, like 2 songs of solo stuff. I've got a rap thing called Gun Money.
What?
Yeah. And my old partner and I split ways, so it's a little bit harder. He made all the beats, but I've got a few. So I'm trying to put out a Gun Money, a Shoney solo, and a National covers record. And then my buddy Chris Peck, his project is called Peck Sounds. Y'all go to pecksounds.com to check his stuff out. He's phenomenal. But he gave me a song to sing on. So I'm trying to get my vocals right on that and put out like 4 things on the exact same day. And maybe like some B-sides from The Lady Comes First also. Just like have like a day where I put out a whole bunch of stuff.
Wow.
That's kind of what I'm principally working on right now.
You looking for the middle of summer or sooner than that?
We're just gonna kind of see.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Part of it is I actually did both the songs that are gonna be on the Shoney solo thing. So that song "Vodka Sandwiches," I don't know if you remember. That's the A side. The B side is a song called "Vegas," which I also did tonight. Where it's like, "Let's get famous."
I like that.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I wrote that to be a duet. So. And have recorded it as a duet with my old band, The Equal Rights. But I'm trying to do, like we did the band version of it. I always kind of just wanted it to be just piano and guitar and the 2 voices. So my friend Natalie Lowe, who everybody should also check out. She's incredible. I know I'm like, whatever, I'm like plugs on plugs over here.
No, it's great, man. Get the word out.
But no, she's really, really incredible. Her thing's called Light Cube. So I did my half and I sent it to her. So like a lot of it, like whenever she finds the time to, it's not like she's not lazy. She's the opposite of lazy, actually. But whenever she gets around to that, so then that'll be secure. And I'm trying to get like, I'm doing the same, like I'm really into, internet collaborations, like it's so easy to like just send something to somebody and have them do their thing and send back the dry tracks and you mix it and which is what I'm doing with Peck Sounds. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought.
I came off the rails.
Where,
I don't know. I saw
what
her
the hell
happen.
was I talking? You saw
I
it.
saw the
it was visible.
I saw the thought leave you as you took a fork. I don't remember where you were either.
Some like whatever, like somebody walked by and I was like, people are weird.
People are weird for sure.
Look at that strange outfit, and all of a sudden I'm like, haba haba haba.
So, what do you and Adrian got coming up? You got any shows? I see you are on the 29th at the Evening Muse.
We are at the Evening Muse. We're the spotlight, whatever, the feature for an open mic there.
Okay.
Great spot, and they're so kind to us. Like it's funny, we might have talked about this last time, but when we first got to town and we weren't sure, like we were trying to move to Raleigh, wound up in Kannapolis. But like while we were kind of transient, we went there and did the open mic, and the place is like. We played 2 songs, got off the stage, and the bartender was like, "We want you to play here." They're just like that's kind of how they operate there. Like
it's a great venue, and it's one of the few open mics around here that's almost always packed too.
Yeah, and I mean Eric Button is such a great. He's a great. I'm plugging again. He's a great dude and a great host. So yeah, that's actually the kickoff for across June. We're gonna kind of like. Snake out to different places in North Carolina. Like we normally, since we've moved here, we've done like 4 or 5 tours, and we usually go up to Maine, where Adrian's folks live, and kind of tour back down. But we figured it was like a good idea to start to build up something like right here,
right?
You know? So like instead of doing the same thing again, up and down. Try to build like some sort of fan base in North Carolina, and like where we are. So we have a string of dates. They'll be announced like pretty soon. We're still working on it a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna be I think in Wilmington. We're gonna be in Asheville and a few other places. I can't think off the
Wilmington
top of my
and
head.
Asheville will do good.
And we're going Greensboro most likely, which is where we're recording our new album also in Greensboro. We just did our first session just the other day, and it sounds pretty good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of miraculous. This guy hooked us up and is like he's got a basement studio set up with a bedroom and a bathroom of its own, like separate from him.
Really?
He and his wife live upstairs, and like it's this whole other like basically apartment downstairs. And yeah, he just liked our stuff and invited us in. So we kind of just go there whenever we can, and it's the same program that I'm familiar with. Like I recorded our last album on this program called Sonar. And so, like, yeah, he's just happens to have that, it's kismet, it's one of those, like, kind of miraculous things. But, yeah, so, yeah, we're working on a new record, and we're trying to go on tour soon. And
I think your guys' sound is so unique. I think it'll take off, especially in the college towns.
Yeah.
Especially in college towns.
Yeah, we're going to be in, I think we have one in Chapel Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a college town, I think.
Well, Asheville and Wilmington are too.
Yeah,
Coastal Carolina and App State.
I like Wilmington. It's like a beach town, Like I'm from Daytona Beach, so like I get into a beach town, and like people are walking around bare feet, and like I'm like, yes.
There's a certain grade.
I forgot about how good this is,
Beach towns are very unique. Well, I mean, obviously because they got an ocean, dumbass, but I love beach towns. Just the whole vibe of it's just so much laid back.
There's a certain
It's that salt water, all the positive ions in the air.
You're getting all scientific on me, man.
I'm just full of shit. Fake news.
You're like, I have no idea if there's positive ions in the salt water.
Yeah, what's an ion anyway?
I forget.
Yeah.
I learned this. I went to high school.
Let's see. I don't really have any questions since I already did like a full feature on you guys. It's it's just kind of a bullshit session.
Okay, good. What's up?
Nothing, man. Trying to get this thing off the ground. Out here trying to drum up some contacts and whatnot.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is hopefully you get more people tomorrow.
Yeah, people need to come out. This is a great show.
It's a great show. A lot of great artists, and you have a great setup. You have these comfortable chairs from the basement out here, and
I'm regretting not bringing my office chair though. I'm sitting in this folding chair. But guest comfort first.
You should just move this bitch over there.
Yeah, I should. Well, some of these groups later on have 5, 6, and 8 members in them. So if I interview them, I'm not sure how we're gonna make all that work.
Yeah,
I got to share a mic.
Hopefully some of them are shy.
Yeah.
And don't want.
Well, they usually are. Usually the singer wants to talk.
Yeah.
And like somebody from the rhythm section, and then the guitar players doing what guitar players do.
Bass player's like, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Let me talk. So yeah, this Don Eidman in the background there. I don't think I'm gonna get him on mic. I'm gonna try that.
Unfortunately, he's quite a good dude. I think you can convince him, man. You got the
talk
stuff.
him into it.
Yeah.
Now he'll come over here because we're sitting here in a comfortable chair and he'll talk. So
it'd be a good little round table.
Yes, sir.
You, me, and Tom.
We could go all kinds. None of that would be music related at some point.
Which would be the best.
It's a whole different show. All right, well, we'll cut this off here, man.
Okay.
Thanks for swinging by, Shoney.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Peace. The Lovely Budz are a local reggae and dub band from here in Charlotte. They're really young, really energetic, have a great stage presence. They do a lot of originals. I think most of their set was originals, actually. They did a unique rendition of Bad Fish that I gotta say, for a guy that saw Sublime live, and I was a huge Sublime fan, huge. They played it better. They played Bad Fish better. It's sacrilegious, I know it. But let's be honest. Anybody who saw Sublime live, that wasn't their strong suit. Bradley was a handful live. Anyway, these cats are spot on with their time and instrumentation. Clifton on the 5-string bass is really pretty incredible. I got to see him earlier in the day with Feather Pocket playing bluegrass. So that should tell you their versatility. They swung by the tent for what I hope is just the first of many conversations. I hope to have an episode with them probably in July. So look forward to that. Check them out.
I got expensive habits.
He ordered 3,000
My kids
nuggets.
are mixed like Lenny Kravitz.
There it's going. Wow. I like it. What's up, guys?
Yo.
What's up?
Lovely Budz here with Piedmont Artist Profiles at the Shakedown Fest.
How's it going?
You guys had a badass set, by the way.
Shakedown.
Thank you
bro.
so much.
Thank you, man.
So, first thing, I'm a huge dub fan. Like, I know I don't look. I look like
yeah.
a fucking square, but
Yeah.
Slightly Stupid was my shit. And so, what was the band that kind of got you guys into that sound? Is there one you can pick on?
There's a lot of different bands, but I would say one in particular are Expendables, because we love that progressive rock.
Right.
But we like the reggae stuff too.
That's cool.
Pacifiers would be
Pacifier
another band.
too, yeah.
Pacifier. Right on.
The Expanders, the Movement will be another one too.
Nice.
Sun-Dried was a big thing for us. We listened to Sun-Dried
that's our
after
big
school
bros.
every day
Yeah.
on the CD track.
You guys are young too. You now, okay? The bassist Cliff, you're graduating college tomorrow, right?
Yes,
Almost
sir.
high school. From UNC Charlotte.
Yes, sir. UNCC.
You guys all local
Howdy.
boys? You guys from Charlotte area?
I'm from Indian Land, South Carolina. Me
Okay.
and Tyler are.
Yeah, me and Kody grew up in Indian Land. We went to high school together, like started out in marching band and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I marched sousaphone. He played tenders in the pit.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did pit.
How'd you guys hook up then?
Well, how I got involved with these guys was through another band from Charlotte called Queen City Dub,
Mm-hmm.
and started going to those shows once I got into college and moved out. Every Thursday at Crown Station, and I would just hang out and drink. Eventually got real cool with the members of that band, and you know how networking goes. You know, you meet somebody that knows somebody,
Right.
and he said, I know a band that needs a bassist, so I just kind of filled in the spot.
That's awesome. You guys are doing quite a bit of touring, right? You guys
yeah.
pretty busy
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we
we're
got
really busy now.
We got some cool stuff coming up for the summer and fall of this year.
Yeah, I got you on the 20th of May at Hickory Tavern, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got
In Rock
some,
Hill.
Yeah, we got some local
Your last
shows
hometown
before we
show.
hit the road.
And then you guys are doing a tour. I saw Florida and a couple other spots. You going on a cruise, maybe?
Yeah, no, we're actually not doing a cruise. We're just flying to the U.S. Virgin Islands. We're touring like the islands over there.
Right
We're
on.
doing like June 1st through the 10th.
That's gonna be a good time. Is that your first time going out of state,
first
out of
time,
country?
First
Yeah,
time
out of country.
First
Yeah.
time out of the
as a
country.
band.
Yeah, that's cool, man. 5-string bass. Have you always played 5-string bass?
No, actually, I moved on to 5-string 3 years ago when I was a gospel bassist.
Uh huh.
You know, you need that 5th string in church to be a good gospel bass player, so I got one, and I've kind of stuck with it.
Yeah.
That's a funny question because we're always getting in arguments because he wants to play 4-string.
I do want to go back to a
But
4-string.
But I want him to stay on the 5-string because it's like more
That
string,
low end.
less people, more string.
My
low
mind
end.
races on that 5-string though. Like,
I need that low end.
You gotta
yeah,
get it
it's
low,
important
man.
though. It's cool though.
Yeah.
Feeling quite lovely right now.
Yeah. Feeling all right?
Yeah,
Feeling
dude.
alright.
This band's killing it, dude.
Yeah, these guys are pretty good. So is this your first Shakedown Fest? You guys play here last year?
No, it's my
this is
first
his
shakedown.
time.
Yeah. Weather's kind of dismal, but I'm an
I
I
Oregon
thought it
boy.
was
Still
gonna rain
good.
harder, honestly.
Yeah, it's about to.
It hasn't rained
Yeah, I'm
all
gonna shut this
day.
down pretty
Oh,
quick here.
It hasn't rained all day. I was here at like 4 o'clock with Feather Pocket.
Yeah, I
and
saw that.
I thought it was gonna
I
just
don't
be a
know.
shit show of rain, but nah, it's been real beautiful like the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the first time you sat in with Feather Pocket?
Yes,
Do you know them guys or?
Jason Klein was in Queen City Dub about
Okay.
a couple years ago, so that's where I know him from. But he hit me up about like a couple weeks ago, played with him and Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty rockin' time.
That's awesome. So you guys had your own band just as a 2-piece set at one time, or?
Actually, before we had a fourth member,
Okay.
Mason Slocum. It was. It actually started out just me, Kody, and Mason. And Mason played lead guitar and piano, and I played like rhythm guitar, and he was drums, and we were just playing like 2 acoustics, pretty
Yeah.
much, and no bass. So then we finally got Cliff, and then Mason kind of like weeded out over time.
Yeah, it happens.
Things happen, yeah. But we're kind of trio life. We're loving the trio life right now. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a good
Cheers,
sound, man. You
badass.
guys got a really stout sound for a trio.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. It took some work, man.
Yeah, a lot of work,
We
a lot of
lost.
practice.
We lost that one member, and it was like, oh my
Yeah.
god. But
it
you
took
know,
it took those couple of hole in the wall bar gigs to just like mess up some notes and just kind of get over that hump.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's what you got to do, man. You guys have a great stage presence. So were you guys in performing arts at all before this?
Marching band.
Marching band? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you said
marching
that.
band. That's where
yeah,
we
that's about
did
it.
everything.
Yeah, just
Oh,
a high school marching
yeah.
band.
Right.
We also played in a church band too.
Uh-huh.
That's where we really formed, actually, because we actually played guitar and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we kept it through and started the band out.
yeah, that's where I grew up as well. The gospel realm
Right.
for years, like almost a decade. So
Gospel
playing-
right into reggae.
Yes, sir. Rock and roll.
Yeah. For me, it was punk rock, and then Sublime kind of came along and
Changed the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was the Bad Brains. There was a
exciting.
lot of other bands back
Love
in the day,
Bad
too.
Brains.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
The Bad Brains should have gone to the Hall of Fame this year, but they didn't get voted in.
No way.
I think that's a shame.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I call bullshit.
Bullshit.
Same with Joe Fox. He didn't get in. But so how old are you guys? You guys,
I just turned 20 last Thursday.
I'm 19.
yeah,
23.
23. You're the elder statesman of the group.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ugh.
I go to him for inversions.
Right on. Well, thanks for swinging by. I'm gonna keep these short so I can compile a bunch of them together, and plus I really want to get my gear out of the rain here shortly.
Nice.
Heard
No doubt.
So, but going forward, I'm probably gonna try to make that show at the Hickory Tavern just to check you guys out with some friends. But
Oh yeah, man.
Rock
Come on
Hill.
out.
all right, thanks, lovely buds.
Peace.
Out.
Cool guys, thank you.
Can we do that like every day?
Matt Minchew is a local country artist who just recently put together a band called Heavy Water. This is actually their first outing together, so I wasn't able to do any research on him, and I actually didn't really anticipate getting to talk to him, but Don Eidman knew him and brought him over, and we sat down for a few minutes and got to know each other. You could tell he's a really genuine and humble guy, and his songwriting skills they shine. I mean, really well put together country music. So I hope you enjoy this little talk, and I hope to get him in here to do a full episode, as I do with pretty much every artist I talk to. So, Matt Minchew. All right, I'm here with Matt Minchew at Shakedown Fest. What's going on, Matt?
Just enjoying the day. Beautiful weather, good bands.
Yeah, it's perfect weather for this. You just played a set with a group you just recently put together, right?
Yeah, we've all played a little bit, but it's Matt Minchew and Heavy Water is the group, and brand new quartet, really, really good guys, good friends, and it's been a lot of fun. It's good to bring these new songs to life.
Yeah, those are all original songs you played, right?
They were, yeah. One of them, Southern Man, was off a record that we did with Forrest and I, the bass player, did a few years ago called Concord Anthems. everything else is brand new. We're hoping to get in the studio sometime this summer and really see what we can do with them.
Awesome. Are you out of Concord? Is that your hometown?
I am, yeah. It's my hometown now.
Yeah.
I've kind of lived all over, but my wife and I moved here about 1.5 years ago, and I don't see us going anywhere. We're going to raise our kids here, and it's a good place to be.
It is a good place. Where are you from originally then?
All over. Chicago originally, and then grew up in Florida. Did some time in New York, did some time in Nashville.
Yeah.
And all roads led back here.
Have you been a musician most of your life, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I had to choose between art class and music, and I can't draw to save my life, so I chose music, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, you chose wisely, man. I'm not really a country music fan per se, but that set was amazing, man.
Thank
Spot on, especially as quick as you guys kind of came together. So you said you have an album you're hoping to record this summer then?
Yeah, we're going to kick off a Kickstarter actually this Monday. And it'll be a 2-month campaign, and we'll try and do some shows to drum up interest and all that. But it'll be called Long Way Home, be a straight up full band record. We've got some great other players on there too, a Hammond player, and it'll be good stuff.
Awesome. Songwriting process. Are you the main songwriter? Is that a collaborative thing?
It's pretty much all me. I mean, it's interesting how you write a song, and then I call it demoitis. So you play it enough to yourself in your living room when no one's listening, and you get an idea of what it can be, and then you get the band together and that's the beautiful thing about it is they hear something completely different that never crossed your mind, and when you put it all together, it just becomes a completely different animal.
Right.
And so I guess the bones of it come from me, but those guys really took the songs to places that I never envisioned them being able to go, and that's the fun part. That's why we do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's your next gig? Got something coming up soon?
Got a handful of cover band gigs, but the one we're really trying to get people out to, we're playing the Evening Muse for the first time on June 16th in Noda here in Charlotte. And, we've never played there. We're really excited. We're playing with a couple great artists, David Higgins and Matt McCacklin, both out of Charleston. Both of them really solid artists, and we're excited. We're hoping we can get a good crowd out there and really kind of show people what we're here to do in the Charlotte area.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping by. Everyone go check out Matt Minchew at the Evening Muse, June 16th.
Cool.
See you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Lisa de Novo is a woman who just exudes girl power. She's got this great personality. She's very outgoing, and it shows in her music. I really wouldn't call her music pop, but it has like this familiar, easy listening angle to it, and it's just really great. It's fun to listen to. She lists her influences as being Mariah Carey, Joss Stone, Fiona Apple, to name a few, so that definitely shines through in her music. And she's another one that actually, I think it was Don Iman or maybe Matt Minchew that got her to come over and talk, so I was happy to meet her. So we sat down to talk a little bit about the music, and here you go. All right, so I'm here with Lisa de Novo at Shakedown Fest, and she just got off stage, did a cool little set with, you got a band.
Yeah.
Right? So are you a solo artist for the most part? Or?
For the most part, yeah. I do solo gigs all around North Carolina and South Carolina, and with the band, we usually play about twice a month.
Okay. What's the name of the band, the whole thing?
Lisa de Novo Band.
Oh,
yeah. We haven't come up with like official like band name yet, so that kind of works because then that way the fans that I already have will kind of follow everybody as a whole.
Right.
Yeah.
Do the guys in your band play in other groups as well?
Yeah. One of my drummer is actually in 19 bands.
Oh my God.
It is crazy. He's in a lot of metal bands. He's great. His name is Mitch Moore, and my guitarist Zach Willard. He plays in a jam band called Driftwood with my bassist Michael Lanigan, and that's a jam band, and it's really great. And Michael Lanigan kind of does a lot of separate projects. He's one of the well-known bassists, and Zach Willard also plays in Leanna Eden and the Garden of.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Are you in more groups as well, or just kind of
I do a lot of side jobs. Like I'm a guitar teacher, a vocal teacher, volunteer for Girls Rock Charlotte. And I also teach preschool during the day.
Oh, man.
And on top of that, I do like my solo projects with like the loop pedal and the acoustic gigs. And I do electronic music as well and the band thing. So it's a lot, but it's so fun.
So what do you do with all your spare time then?
I mean, there's not much of it. A lot of it I try to sleep. Like I try to force myself to get like 6 to 7 hours of sleep if possible, and like work out every once in a while.
So you guys gonna put an album out with this group, or?
I'm thinking that's the plan, because this is actually our first time playing together as a group.
Really?
Because I've had like other members in the past kind of here and there, because I've tried the band thing, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. But with these guys, like I definitely see like it just sounds really good. We groove well together, we work well together. So I think we could definitely release an album soon.
Awesome. Are you the primary songwriter, or do you kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll like come up with the parts, and then as far as like the jam parts and the solos, like they all do that individually, and it's really cool to see what everybody brings to the table.
Right on. You guys had a cool set. What do you got coming up? You got another show you
I'm
can
sorry?
plug? You got another show you can plug?
Oh yeah, I'm actually playing tonight at Wild Wing Arsley, Wild Wing Cafe.
Okay.
And that's in Charlotte. And then if you go on my website, www.lisadenovo.com, you'll see all the shows listed for that month. But I play everywhere from like South Charlotte to Epicenter to Wilmington, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. Like it's a really broad place. Like just kind of the places that I like to play, I'll end up going back to. But I always like to try new venues and kind of see where I fit it, you know?
Right on. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
See ya. Frankie Jean Courtney is a local Concord boy who his songwriting ability has taken him all the way over to Nashville, where now he's honing his craft and working on some real big things. He's got this laid-back, kid-next-door kind of vibe to him that makes him very approachable. He went on stage to perform a solo act, playing a few songs from his upcoming LP. He discussed his songwriting process with me, and we talked a little bit about what's coming up next. Here you go. All right, we're here live with Frankie Jean, Shakedown Fest. I probably don't have to say Shakedown Fest, being that's going to be every artist I interview this time, but you haven't even gone up, so I haven't had the pleasure hearing your music yet. So what's going on, man?
What's going on? Yeah. I go up at 4. It's like 2:30 right now, so
Yeah,
just trying to get in the groove before I get up there and play some tunes.
I hear you. So you recently relocated to Nashville and quit your day job. How's all that going?
Yeah, so like a year and a couple months ago, I moved to Nashville. Had some friends here kind of pushed me there, and I worked doing signs and stuff like that, stuff I was doing here back home in Nashville. Back in January, I just said, hey, I didn't come here to do this, and I just started doing songwriting full time and making it the priority of my life. So.
So what's Nashville like compared to here? I mean, obviously more busy, but you think there's better exposure or more opportunity?
Definitely. The opportunity is just insane. Just there's people to beat. There's people that can help you out. There's people with advice that have been in the business for so long and that are successful, that believe in you no matter who you are, whatever sound you're rocking. There's somebody there to help mentor you to get to a better position. So, yeah.
Right on. So how long have you been playing?
I've been playing music. I've been singing like all my life. It was born in my family. It's just everyone just sung all the time. And then I started playing guitar when I was like 11 years old. I always dabbled on the piano growing up. My mom had one. And but once I found the guitar, just songs just started pouring out, and I've been writing songs ever since.
Right.
Yeah.
How would you describe your songwriting method?
Songwriting method has changed over the past year a lot more than it ever has. Now it's more of like I come in with an idea, whether I get that idea from a melody or I get that idea from driving down the road and just having life kind of influence me thinking. And then I take it I have a big whiteboard in my house, and I write down everything I can possibly think of about that subject or about that manner. And then I start with one verse, and I just start hammering them out, and a couple hours later, I'll have a song. Sometimes it works like that. Sometimes it may take like 4 months, depending on the song and what I want to say and how I want to say it, you know?
Now, do you compose complete works? Do you do a bass line and a drum beat and all that, or just pretty much guitar and sing?
No, I just do guitar and sing. I could hear kind of how the song would sound, maybe compare it to somebody else. Would it sound like this? I just like finding good people that are great at production, you know? Like my skill is just, I like to think is just songwriting, you know? Just keep focusing on that and then let the people that are good at the rest of the stuff do their job, you know? Because they're going to be a lot better than me, you know? It's at the more production level. I've never really got into production.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's an animal, man. It's crazy. You find, especially when you find somebody that can do a mix of everything like really good, then you're like, gosh, screw you, man, like figuring it out so quick.
Yeah. So do you got an album out? You coming out with an album or?
I've had a couple demos I've released throughout the years, but right now I'm kind of just trying to write as many songs as I can, and maybe in the next year or so come out with an album. I was supposed to come out with an album this kind of spring, but I just decided, I'm just keep on writing better stuff, so let's see how far I can take that before someone notices what I got. I am releasing like a couple demos on SoundCloud here shortly, so people can get a taste of like kind of the writing sessions I've been in, and like making work tapes, and like how the people that I'm being exposed to, they can kind of see the flow of the music and how it's changed over the course of the year, and how I'm changing after being in Nashville, and like taking a step back from like kind of that cookie cutter way of how Nashville does their country music, and kind of like putting my twist on it and like bringing them who I am, but with that same Nashville formula that kind of makes everything shine a little bit,
Right. So you coming back to the Charlotte area anytime soon, or is this kind of a one-off deal?
I've really been like neglected Charlotte a lot. I mean, I've just been really busy back in Nashville, and I'll probably come back here probably in September. I want to get some shows, and I want to book up some like maybe like a East Coast tour with some of my buddies, and get out here and make it a stop.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right on. So where can people find you? You can
Facebook? Find me SoundCloud, Frankie Jean, Instagram, Facebook, Tinder, whatever.
Tinder, nice Tinder plug. Plenty of fish, all those places.
Yeah, all those places.
All right, man. Thanks for swinging by.
Yeah, no problem.
The Kodiak Brotherhood is a local alternative country band that's made up of dudes who play in all sorts of other projects. Led by guitarist and singer H.L. Ruth, these guys are the perfect blend of country, blues, and rock. I did a real quick interview with H.L. Didn't get a chance to catch up with the other guys, just wasn't in the cards. But I owe it to them to do a real show on them, a full episode, because these guys definitely probably have some opinions on Charlotte music scene that we should hear, and their sound is pretty phenomenal. They did some Doors covers that blew me away. So without further ado, H.L. All right, I'm here with H.L. from Kodiak Brotherhood. Just got off stage. What's going on, man?
Oh, not much, man. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That was a cool set. I really dug your Doors covers, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
Your bass player kind of looks like Jim Morrison if he lived a little longer.
Yeah, we did a benefit concert for the Levine Children's Hospital, and we learned a bunch of Doors songs for that.
Right
so,
on.
Yeah.
So the first song I heard of you guys was I actually saw the video for Time.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
First thing I thought of when I heard your sound was like if Jerry Garcia had a little more country in him.
Awesome.
I just love it, man. It's a really cool sound. Where did you guys shoot the video at?
We're all local here to Concord, and there is a little skate park a bunch of kids go skate at, and we did it in there.
Yeah.
My buddy Brandon Nash owns it, and it was a cool spot to do a video.
Was that Froman from Grade A Grooves I saw in the video?
I think he was in there. Froman got trucked by a little kid in that video, it looked like. Yeah.
He did for sure. So most of you guys play in other bands and projects. How did this one come about?
So I met Chris. Chris Rigo is the drummer, and he used to play lead guitar for a band called Sugar Glider. And I guess he had moved to Concord, and just mentioned to me that he played drums, and the two of us started it together as just a two-piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to high school with Ben, the bass player, and we've always been great friends. And I just met Derek in the mix of going into music stores and out playing, and we're lucky to have him as well.
That's cool.
He's a great addition.
You guys put an album out in 2013, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys going to do another one soon?
It's in the works. I think there'll be 6 or 7 songs on it. It's getting close to being done, and I'm pretty happy with it, but we're just being a little critical and trying to make it as good as we can make it. So.
Yeah, I hear you. And you guys are all from Concord?
Pretty much, yes, sir.
Right on. You got any dates coming up you want to plug?
We're always playing. I don't know what I have off the top of my head. I take it on a week-to-week basis, honestly, which is kind of pathetic. But yeah, I know we got a lot of stuff coming up. If you check our Facebook page, you'll see the dates on there.
All right, man. Cool. That's HL from Kodiak Brotherhood, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much, dude.
All right, man. Grade A grooves. What do I have to say there? I really had no idea what to expect from these guys, and I got to say, I was very impressed. Their set started with the, I think they called it the Grade A brunch. They brought out mimosas and a nice little charcuterie tray. So I'd met Uncle Tree the night before. He introduced himself backstage as I was talking to the Lovely Budz, and then they got the kilted bass player known as Froman, and I'm not being an ageist, but there's an older dude on the drums that they actually discovered in the most amazing of 21st century ways. They talk about that in this interview. It's this great, like, eclectic mix of funk and reggae and rock and just party music, feel-good music, and everyone's stomping their feet. I think they played almost all originals. Maybe they did one cover. I think they did I Shot the Sheriff, and that was even like a cool rendition of it. That was a little new instrumentation than I had heard, and I've heard that song a lot of different ways. So anyway, Grade A grooves. Here they go. All right. You guys hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Grade A grooves have stopped by. At least 2 out of 3. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, brother? Man, just enjoying the shakedown and the little indigos behind us.
Exactly. So not a little, a lot of indigos.
A lot of it.
So we got Froman, right?
Yes, sir.
I forget your name.
Uncle Tree.
Uncle Tree.
Yeah.
Damn it, I should have remembered that. What's the drummer's name?
The drummer, Bam Bam. He's the one and only dove that just keeps those flying beats behind us. Like, that's right. He's our Bam Bam.
He seems to be a little bit elder to you guys. How did that all come together?
Craigslist. Craigslist, for real? My entire life comes off Craigslist.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, straight up, we our last drummer, he had to leave the band for unseen circumstances that did their thing. But
he has 5 kids.
Yeah, 5 kids. Okay, there. To be honest.
Shit, yeah.
But no, so he ended up leaving the band, and we interviewed about 6 people. And Mr. Furman come over here, and he was like, because there was another guy I really liked, but he came to me, he was like, look, out of all of them, I connect the most with this guy, and he's been the best addition for our band that's ever came across.
Yeah.
Like, we need this guy. That's awesome.
It was telepathy halfway into the first jam.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. It was music.
Yeah, we had to pretend like we didn't want him. So
yeah, we're like,
make sure, like, come on back, give us one more interview.
We'll do another one, but we'll let you know after the second rehearsal. We'll see what happens. But.
Yeah. So your guys' sound is really unique.
Thank you.
I think I've said that a couple times tonight, but you guys especially, because it's just like you guys played like this really crunchy kind of psychedelic rock song, and then went right into I Shot the Sheriff.
Yeah,
yes, like a traditional reggae style.
Yes,
you got some dub songs. So what were your influences coming up?
Everything, man. I was my pops pretty much, because I write the majority of the music. He's this gentleman to my left of me right now. I know y'all can't see it on the podcast, obviously, but over here, this guy, he's really great at giving me some concepts, and then I pretty much just purge out whatever I do on top of it. And then as a band, we collectively build it. But growing up, my dad pretty much influenced me to everything I could possibly listen to, from country to Clapton to Zeppelin to you name it, just everything.
Awesome.
And this guy, he loves to rage.
This guy here, I don't like to play metal, but I love to listen to metal. I was at the Rebellion last weekend, fucking rocking it out. Here at a hippie festival this weekend, and I mean, it's everything I can hear. But I listen to, when I click Pandora, it's pretty much Les Claypool. I can't play Claypool, but I want to channel Claypool somehow.
I'm so excited you said that. I fucking love Les Claypool.
Oh, he's
amazing musician.
He doesn't play the bass; he just plays with the bass.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, he uses the bass as a drum set almost sometimes.
Exactly. It's just a toy for him.
But then he's a virtuoso on like the flute or something. Also, like he can play a ton of instruments.
Yes, I didn't know about the flute, but wow, that's something new. I'm gonna check this out.
Probably fake news.
I'm Wikipediaing this after we get out of this.
I mean, we can totally Google it. Either way, we all know that he's a badass.
Yeah, he is a badass. That's right.
Yes. So, what do you guys got an album coming out? Or
we do have a Grade A EP coming out. Actually, it should be finished, mastered at the end of this week, and then we'll have actual physical copies shortly thereafter, and pushing it everywhere.
It's 4 songs, pretty much showing a showcase of basically the genres we cover. It goes everything from metal to southern rock and roll, Allman Brothers style with 4-piece harmonies to funk. I mean, even actually, there's a song that I wrote. I went to go see the Grateful Dead at the Fare Thee Well tour out in California, and I wrote a song about that whole entire experience called Flying, and it has a very, very Dead vibe to it with multi-piece across it. It's good stuff.
That's awesome. You said hopefully next week, next couple weeks?
Next couple weeks we'll have it out.
Next couple of weeks we'll have it sitting and ready for people to hear it and have it on SoundCloud and CD Baby and all those
so you'll be able to download it.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure.
Where can people find you? You guys got a website?
We got Facebook for now. We haven't put the website together yet just because we're
working on it.
We've been just jamming and playing shows basically. I mean,
we're more so focused on getting the music out there right now. All that'll come in the latter side of it.
Oh, for sure.
But it's easy name to remember, man. Grade A Grooves, and we're FDA approved to make you move. That's the Federal Dance Association.
Yes. Not the Federal Drug Administration, right?
Yeah, whoever those guys.
Exactly. Fuck those guys. But just so you know.
Right on. What's your next show?
Next show is we're doing we've got a patio series that we're doing this summer. We're doing a few shows down at Fox and the Hound in Ballantyne. We're doing the patio there, so we did that last month, and then we're doing that again here on the 26th. I believe it's 26th. Yeah. It's a Friday. We do the 4th Friday every month, and then after that we're doing a showcase with New Galaxy Records here in Charlotte at Apostrophe Lounge, and that's going to be June the 9th.
I'm surprised you remember.
Yes, and then we've got the 17th. We're doing Denver Days. They've got a poker run, so we're going to be up at the Denver Days.
Denver Days will be fun. We're doing 4 hours.
Yeah, we're doing 4 hours. Yeah, we've got 2 hours set, and then we're going to they're bringing in a duo act in between to do a couple hours, and then we're going to come back and bring a 2-hour set that night too. So that's going to be a really fun one. Yeah.
Are you doing 2 unique sets?
Yes, completely different. The first one we're gonna
bring it hard. Basically, they're all riding motorcycles, and there's gonna be a whole slew of people, and they're just getting there on the motorcycles. So we're gonna bring it hard.
We're gonna bring it hard.
And the second set's gonna be all funky and jazzy,
more of our mellow side,
and reggae.
Be more of the family set, because that's when the families will be coming in to hang out.
So we'll take
it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be kind of the backwards of what we normally do with sets.
Exactly.
It's going to be really fun.
What you saw today.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I should be there for that.
Oh, definitely.
What did you say it was?
June 17th. It'll be at Denver Days. They do it's a music in the park that they're doing. They've got, I think it's the 3rd weekend of every month that they're doing that. And we're, like I said, June 17th, we're going to do a 3 to 5 set. And then we'll come back from 7 to 9 in the night and do a 7 to 9 set as well. So yeah, it's like I said, Denver Days. I know for sure you can check it out on Facebook. I'm pretty sure they got a denverdays.com as well, and it's the Fire Rescue Park up there. So it's a good time, pavilion and everything. It's all covered, rain or shine, family friendly. You know, it's a good time. We played it last year too, so we're looking forward to doing that again.
Awesome.
Well, my man, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for swinging by.
Hey, thank you.
We'll have to do this again sometime.
Yes,
do an in-depth one.
Yes,
actually, like we got a little bit more time, and it is an impromptu with music I really should be dancing at.
Yeah. Don't waste any more time. Hey, Indie Ghost is badass.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks. Have a great day.
Yeah. Hey.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shakedown. Stick around and break it down with us.
Gonzo is another band that I don't really know where to start with. Gonzo is everything I wanted to have in my own rock and roll band when I was a kid. It's like what all the cool kids are doing. You know, these guys are mix funk, punk, groove, whatever it is, and it's fucking great. The show is just as wild and reminiscent of when corporate shills hadn't yet taken over good music, and you could go see a good rock show with just some dudes jamming out. I'd make an Infectious Grooves reference or comparison, but I don't even know if anybody remembers Infectious Grooves. So, yeah. But anyway, I really wasn't equipped to interview the 27 people they brought with them. It's like a whole circus sideshow. They had a cameraman, a pit bull, a dude swinging some sort of ninja-like balls and socks. I didn't even know what that was about. That might be their security. But anyway, I loved every minute of this conversation. I wish I'd left the mics on afterwards, but it was probably best that I didn't. I'm sorry about the background noise. It was hard to get all these guys to share. Basically, they were sharing 3 mics, and well, it's definitely worth a listen. It's a little noisy, but it's definitely worth a listen. And look forward to not next week, but the week after. I'll be down at the Gonzo Plex, chilling with those guys, and that'll be a fun episode to do. So, all right, here they go.
Whoa, the music is surround sound.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Wait, where's my headphones at, man?
I only got 4, man. I'm sorry. We're on a budget. All right, it's budget. So I'm here with Gonzo. Just got off stage. How you guys doing, man? A badass set, by the way.
Thank you.
Glorious day.
It is
Town
glorious.
is doing exactly what it needs to do right now.
Yeah, it's perfect weather. So you guys started out in Ohio originally, right?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
All of you guys?
Everyone, no, wait. You wanna
So,
break this down?
Charles, Ishii, and I came down with a group of 5 about 2.5 years ago.
Dude, it's been 3
And the other 2 guys had to move back up to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And they did great work. And now we've got some new members with us right now for about a half a year. And shit's rocking. It's kind of finally back together. Materials learned and new stuff coming. So
What brought you down here to Charlotte in particular?
I think the common idea that we want to leave Cleveland, not really a love for anyone anywhere specific, but the idea that we know we wanted to try something new.
Right.
So we collectively, words are not my strong point. Being a vocalist is ironic. Anyway, our guitarist knew someone in Charlotte, and he was like, I'm gonna go out there. Anyone want to come with? And we all joked about it and said, yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it. And then that joke turned into reality. And next thing you know, like 2 months later, we all just moved.
Well, I'm glad you guys are here, man. You guys are fucking rocking it, for real.
Thank you, sir.
Your guys' sound is really unique. Is that like just kind of a melding of everybody's influences at one time?
I'd say, yeah.
Yeah?
It's pretty much.
It's very unique. We all come from different backgrounds. You know, we all come from different styles.
Yeah.
You could attribute, you know, funky style to, you know, probably all of us. Charles especially here. You could
Charles got that soul.
Just has to gospel and all that. You know, the PJ here, along with many others.
Can you pick that mic up just a little bit?
Yeah, give him a little more. There you go.
There we go.
tighten it.
Yeah, you got to tighten it up.
You could attribute.
It's on the side there. Oh no, it's all breaking.
It's alright. We're used to things falling apart on the spot. That's what we do.
Loosen.
Come on, Charles. It's all your fault, Charles.
Hey, everybody love everybody.
Perfect. Yeah.
Care Bears. Come on.
So you guys touring? What do you guys got going on right now?
Well, we're touring Shakedown Fest right now.
Yeah.
We found you over here. We're digging what you got going on. I like this a lot. Past this, we got approximately 3 shows, but they're not touring shows at the moment. We're trying to set something up for mid to late summer to head up north.
Right.
Just approximately a week or so. Is that correct?
2 weeks.
A week or 2. Test the waters and kind of go about it, and then hopefully shoot another one in fall.
Yeah.
You guys got an album out?
We're working on that right now.
Yeah.
We're working on that.
We plan on recording this winter, fall and winter time. Hopefully, put out 12, 13 song album.
Nice.
We basically spent the last 6 or 7, 8 months since we've been together, getting our material together, rehearse with the new members. We've got some old songs with the old members. We've got some new ones with the new members. And we basically wanted to have enough material to be able to start playing some live, a good, lengthy live show.
Right on.
Which today was pretty much kind of the kickoff.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, sir.
You guys, there's so much energy in your show. I love it, man.
You got to bring it. You got to bring the energy, man. If you don't bring the energy, everybody else going to be like,
exactly.
What are they doing?
Yeah, you can't sit up there and be melancholy and expect the crowd to get into it.
Exactly. You got to be in tune with everybody else out there. You know what I mean? It's a relationship, pretty
Right on.
much.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
that's what you got. That's what you got to create. You know. That's how great bands make it.
For sure.
You know, so that's what we're entitled of doing. So.
Speaking of that, I want to go ahead and take a moment to pay homage to Indigo's doing their thing right now because we're sitting here pretending that there's not a badass band.
I'm being like,
and I'm sitting there glancing over like for the next interview.
Right.
Well, I won't hold you guys any longer. Where can everybody find you? You got a website or anything?
We are on Facebook. We are on a fairly unupdated garage band. We're working on that. And we have a website.
We have a website. Way up on the technology. Garage band. No.
Technology.
We do have a website, gonzotheband.com.
Okay. All right.
Find us there.
So my name is PJ. I go by PJ, but my real name is Perry Lemon Jr. I'm the drummer for Gonzo, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
These guys bring the energy out of me, man.
You're one of the new members?
Yes, I am one of the new members.
What did you do? What were you in before that? Or was this it?
Before them, I played with the group called Aerodynamics. We started out in Virginia, DC. That's where we started at. I also played for Blackstreet. I played for Doc McKenzie. That's a gospel group.
Yeah.
I played for Sissy Houston.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been around, man.
Yeah. I try to, venture out on other things. You know what I'm saying?
He's the slut of the group.
Yeah. How about this? Yeah, I'll throw some of that nipple on you right quick.
All right, guys. Thanks for swinging by. I don't want to hold you any longer. Go see this badass band.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The bad news is I was unable to watch Indigo's set. As you could hear there in the background of the last two interviews. But they absolutely killed it. I got to listen to it, and I could see them from the side of the stage, but I didn't get to really witness it and take it in. But they're just great. Indigos is a dyed-in-the-wool, true fucking alternative psychedelic rock band. Just listening to them and then watching their videos and everything they have up on YouTube and their Facebook, it takes me back to a Sonic Youth show in Portland in '94, and it's just a really cool sound, a really big sound, and you can just get immersed in it, right? So Randy happened to stop by. I guess the rest of the band had to take off. There was another show there in another band, and they're playing the next day. They're out of Johnson City, Tennessee, so it was a hike for them, but. Anyway, Randy came by and talked for a little bit about what they had going on and everything, so you could enjoy this conversation.
Yeah, I got you.
Cool. All right, so I'm here with Randy from Indigos. Just got off. The rest of the band had to take off. What's going on?
Just chilling out here at the Shakedown Festival. We're really excited to be able to actually camp here this year because the weather seems to be cooperating fairly well.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to play a set and then just enjoy the rest of the evening.
So you guys are out of Johnson City, right? Is that we claim as home, kind of?
Yeah.
What do you think of the Charlotte scene? You guys play down here quite a bit?
We've played here a few times. We played Petra's, which was awesome, but interesting at the same time. Long story short, there was a shooting down the street the night that we played there. So that was pretty interesting. And then we recently, last month, I think we played Hattie's, which was a lot of fun. And I think from what I gather, they're trying to get off their feet. They're trying to get started down there, and it was a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who does all the psychedelic videos?
Most of the guys in the band, I would say, excluding me, I'm not really into that type of video thing. And our drummer, Taylor, the other three guys mainly handle that. And it's very, well, I've drawn a blank. I'm sorry. The other three guys, they handle it. And we just kind of trust them to make it really cool.
Yeah. Well, they are cool, man. I mean, they fit the music perfect.
Yeah, they do a really good job with it. I sit back and watch. I'm pleased. I'm like, wow, I wish I could do that.
So how long have you guys been together as a group?
We've been together about 2 years. 4 of us, me, my guitarist Dan, the guitarist Kody, and the bassist Q. And we started out with a different drummer. Things happen. It didn't work out, and so Taylor came in about 6 months later.
Okay.
And then it was right.
Yeah, you guys do quite a bit of touring.
We do. We're weekend warriors.
Right.
You know, we travel a lot on the weekends, and we try to go as far as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Our radius is fairly big at this point, and I always think it's very nice that we live in such a central area that it doesn't take us super long to get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's got a really great music scene. You know, we're only 5 hours from Nashville, 3 hours from Charlotte, 2 hours from Knoxville. So we've got a nice 3 hours from Charleston, West Virginia, which has got a good music scene. I mean, we're very central, and that makes it pretty easy to be weekend warriors.
You guys have a great sound.
Thank you.
One of the best bands I've seen. I shouldn't say that probably, but one of the best bands I've seen out here this weekend. I love it.
You can say that, I
guess. So earlier you were playing with was that like a vintage mic you had on a wireless system?
Yeah, it's just a harmonica mic.
Okay.
And I run it through a vocal effects box and do all kinds of weird, crazy things with
it's cool. It makes such a cool sound.
Yeah, well, that was a very focal point of what we wanted to do musically.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really important that we get that right. It adds to what we do for sure.
Right. So what's your creative process like? Do you guys get together and just kind of jam? Is it just kind of random and shit just happens?
You know, we practice a lot. At least as far as like talking to other bands, I think we might practice more than other bands.
Yeah.
But because of that, yeah, we definitely stumble upon, you know, new ideas and things, and sometimes somebody will bring something to the table and it'll work or it won't. Honestly, it's been really liberating in the fact that many of our songs have just came out supernaturally, and they've been able to be finished fairly quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the rare thing that we've had to like really sit down and like think about it. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, this needs to be reworked. These lyrics don't come out. It's been, man, such a great experience that we can just put a song out. It just comes out. Right. So I think that's just the greatest thing.
So speaking of, do you guys have an album out?
We do. We put out an album called Hierophant about last September, and it's a modge podge, I think, of a lot of different ideas, you know, coming together for the first time, understanding that we all have different influences and trying to mesh all those things together. Right. Was an interesting process, but it kind of worked out, and we're in the process of recording our second record right now, Untitled. And I think it's also good because it's more focused. You know, we've finally taken all these different ideas and made it something very more specific to what we might be in the future if we get to continue doing this. So look out for that whenever
that drops.
Whenever that happens.
So we got any shows coming up soon you want to plug?
Let's see. We're playing back home at the Hideaway on the 19th, the 18th, whatever next Friday is.
Yeah.
Whatever next Friday is in JC at the Hideaway. We're doing a little bit of traveling. I know we've got another local show in Bristol at O'Mannon's on the 23rd, and the next night will be June 23rd in Charleston, West Virginia at the Empty Glass on the 24th.
Wow.
And then I think there's an Atlanta show.
Really?
Yeah, I think somewhere.
That's cool.
You know, like I was saying before, we're very central, so it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to travel for the most part. I think there's an Atlanta show in July, so.
Yeah, you can just jut out.
Right now, we're kind of we're taking our first slow bit for the first little bit, so it's kind of hard to say. I know we have a show next weekend, and after that, we have like 3 weeks off, which is not happened in a minute.
So, where can people find you online?
They can find us at Bandcamp, Spotify, SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram.
All the regular.
I mean, you name all the social medias. We're out there trying to put our name out there and probably saying really weird things.
That's awesome.
But as far as music, yeah, all of them. We're there.
All right. Thank you. Randy from Indigo. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Fred Hines is not only the lead singer of Late Night Special, he's also the founder of Shakedown Festival itself. Unfortunately, like Indigo, I wasn't able to check out his performance. I was just talking to a bunch of people. It was going on in the background. I just didn't really get up to the stage, but I could hear it. And they have this really smooth and like easily digested sound. I guess it'd be like kind of like a pop rock sound, but his voice is just thick and kind of croony. And they've is that the right word? It's kind of a crooner. I don't know. Maybe. I hope that's not an insult, Fred. Anyway, Late Night Special is currently working on finishing up an album, so they've been real busy, like traveling back and forth to the studio and whatnot. And on top of that, Fred, along with several dedicated volunteers, organized this great festival and did all the work. So they all have to be commended. So Fred swung by at the end of the night for a conversation that definitely had me wanting to get to know him better. He's a humble and gracious man. So for the last interview of the show, we'll have a listen to Mr. Fred Hines. I got another mic.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Anybody can step up to this.
There's another mic right here. Oh, I thought you had a third member with you. All right, so I got two things to interview you about, a promoter and an artist.
Yeah, Mick, right?
Yeah, Mick, yeah.
I just want to make sure, dude. I've had so many names run through my head in the last 48 hours.
Oh, I bet.
Awesome, man, dude. Well, I want to say thanks for coming out and being a part of everything and, like, really, you know, collabing with all the bands and getting some info and, you know, getting to talk to everybody. That's so cool, you know.
I appreciate the access, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's been big for me. Can you move that mic a little closer to you?
Yep. That's right. There we go.
There you go.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There you go. All right, I'm here with Fred Hines now. Hines, right?
Yes,
Pronounce
sir.
the T.
Yep.
The founder and organizer of the whole Shakedown Fest, right?
Yes, actually. I started it. We started about 5 years ago or so, 4 years maybe. It seems to be they're all running together the more we do. It's like, oh, how many years is it? Can you keep count for me? But anyways, we started it as like a Halloween party. Actually, a good friend of mine, Rob Grundle, who owns the property, we collabed to do a Halloween party instead of going out, and he's like, does your band want to play? Because I just started playing in my band now, which is Late Night Special, and I was like, yeah, sure, can I add a couple more bands? And we threw on these guys that are playing right now, C2 and the Brothers Reed, and then we asked the Kodiak Brotherhood, some good friends of ours, and they all came out, and we just did had this like Friday night party. About 300 people showed up, maybe more, and it's like 2 weeks worth of promotion, nothing super homegrown, and we just had a blast. And like, this is cool, let's keep doing this. So that's kind of where it all came from and everything, and there's a huge backstory we could tell you, but we'll keep it short and sweet today, and because I'm shook down. I am shook down.
Sure.
Let me tell you.
You got. I won't keep you very long. I'm sure you still got more to do before you go to bed.
You're good. Keep me as long as you need tonight.
So, are you doing another festival? You do 2 a year? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, we do 2 a year. We recently talked about partnering with some new people and maybe moving the fall one inside. As like this weekend, it called for rain. There was a little bit of rain. And that's easy to get away with in the summer, when the weather's a little bit warmer. But like when the fall comes and you catch a rainy day by just chance, that's the thing you can't control is the weather. You catch a rainy day and it's 40 degrees in the fall. Nobody wants to stand out in mist and 40 degrees.
No.
If it's summer, it's a different story. So we're talking about collabing with some people about moving it to an indoor venue and kind of dialing that one back to a one-day kind of Halloween-themed show. Got a lot of ideas on it and stuff, and I can't wait to get started on that. I don't know if we'll do it this year. We even talked about taking this Halloween off and kind of just doing something else. You're talking about you have to talk to me about another thing. My band, we're looking to release an album this year, so that's one thing. It's hard trying to plan these huge events and being in a band, because the more serious I get with both of them, I see that I need to put more time into both of them. One of them needs to become more important than the other, and you got to divide your time up. So it's so hard. In saying that, I would love to maybe skip this fall, get a big head start on next spring, and actually get my CD that we're about to release. Go ahead and get that out this fall, because we're kind of lagging on that. Just been so busy and waiting to get some tracks back from that and stuff. So it's been pretty awesome.
You guys have a couple albums out already?
We have a live album out from the Shakedown 2 years ago, and then we have a our first studio album, which was Light of the Moon. It was an 8-song. Basically our first anything I ever recorded. That was the first thing I did. And a good buddy of mine, Rob Shoemaker, used to be the bass player in our band. He recorded it, did a great job, and that kind of skyrocketed us into the scene, man. Being able, that's why I always told people, I was like, man, I can't, we get these little small shows, but as soon as we get that CD, man, I'll be able to do a lot more booking. And thank the Lord, man, it just happened. Like, I started pushing that CD out there, and it was just good enough to get us into venues, and we started creating that name for ourselves and trying to get out there and get an image. And as that went on, the sound progressed for the band. So we went back into the studio last summer in Nashville and worked on a track at this place called Eastside Manor Studios. And I have to say, probably one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. And it was just so awesome. Like, you could give me the top 10 studios in the nation, whatever, and say you want to go work in these. And before I ever went to this place, I would say, hell yeah, just send me these. But like, this goes on my top 3. This place was so cool. It was this little hidden spot in Nashville. It's this guy's house that he had built to be a studio, and he lived there and had producers in and out. And it was just so incredible, the best vibes in the studio. And it just, by the rarest chances on the 4 trips I took out there through the summer, I met some of the coolest people at the studio, that people that I would never imagine that I would have met. And getting to run across that, and not only that, just the growth of the music, how awesome this album is going to sound, how much the evolution of our music, from the Light of the Moon CD to this new one, Trip to Mars. It's just incredible, dude. I can't wait. And I'm pumped to release it and get it out for everybody to see. That way, kind of just see what we've been doing. I mean, I would like to be putting out albums every 6 months, man. I love writing, and I love putting out music. And one thing that Late Night Special has kind of evolved into is a lot of collaboration with local artists, or like I've been trying to go out of town and do a lot of solo stuff by myself, and I get to meet musicians out in other towns, and it's incredible, man, getting to play with other people and see their take on your music. Gives you tons of new ideas. Oh Lord, gives you tons of new ideas, and it's incredible. Like I was saying, that Nashville trip, man, the studio owners and everybody, they were just so cool. They were bringing, like I said, some of the people I got to meet, they brought them into our session because they were like, these songs, can we show them to this guy? And I was like, yeah, that's amazing. Okay, sure, yeah. And it was just so cool, man, and everything about it, the vibes were so good. I felt like I was in the right place. I was kind of shaky in the beginning because it was the first time I had to go into a real professional setting. Light of the Moon was done at my buddy's house, on a 2-channel tracker thing, and we just killed it. I mean, for what it, for the tools we had, man, we really threw it on the album and made a great album. And that was relaxed and chill too, hanging out, smoking some buds, drinking beers 3 nights a week, working on this album and really learning. It was really everybody's first take on it. It was his first full album he had did for someone else, I think, and it was fun. So going to working with people that would do it literally every day for a living, it was really awesome and nerve-wracking, of course, man. I don't even think the first night we played the songs that they wanted us to bring to them to record. When we played them, I don't even remember playing them that good that night because I was so I just didn't know what to think, and I was like. But, after we played the songs, we all went out and got beers and came back, hung out that night. And the next day, we were, everybody's basically friends, and you're just back to the routine of laying down the track. So it's just a cool environment out there, man. I can't speak enough how excited I am about releasing this album. And I know Derek did a lot of work on the album with me, Derek Furr. And it's just going to be incredible. Actually, we'll pull him in there, dude. If Derek's over there, go grab Derek, man, and tell him to come down here and we'll chitty chat. But he's just we took most of the trips out there to Nashville, man, working on this album, and it was so fun. Like he'll tell you, it was incredible getting to work because we had talked about doing it organically by ourselves back here in Concord. And just seeing what we could come up with again, doing it with Rob. He had updated equipment, and it would have been great. It would have been awesome tracking, but I I think that going and working with another producer, someone who produces music for a living and everything, the way that they were implementing new chord changes or progressions to show, like, to evolve the music, to give it the power and stuff, that was super cool experience. So
yeah.
But yeah, man, back to Shakedown. This has been super awesome. This is the most successful Shakedown we've had, for sure. Awesome weather, good turnout, and it's just been great. You know? Like I said, dude, new things coming every time. This little podcast is so cool.
Yeah.
My buddy Rob, actually the owner of the land, I'll drag him down here later. We listen to podcasts all the time while we're playing golf or something, or like riding in the car. And we've always talked about starting a podcast. We're like, dude, it'd just be fun to sit there and chit chat, just like this, just talking people's heads off. Yeah, that's what I do best.
There's nothing really to it. I mean, I've gone overboard because I'm kind of a gearhead. You know, I had the USB mic, and I'm like, man, you know, I need XLRs, and now I got this multi-track mixer. And, you know, podcasting is actually the fastest growing medium in America right now. 23% of, I spout it off all the time because it's an impressive number. 23% of all people on the internet in a week listen to a podcast. That's millions and millions of people. So.
That's what I'm saying. I never thought to listen to them, or like I never figured out how enjoyable talk radio was. Like sometimes, you know, like, because I mean, I'm not gonna find out these things that I'm hearing, or, you know, like. So my buddy, they're all into motocross and stuff, supercross, and like I would have no clue what was going on. But you sit down and listen to, you know, an hour podcast, you're caught up. Yeah, you know everything. You know what's going on in the game.
That's the beauty of it. You're not listening to some mouthpiece from the media. You're listening to individuals, usually that are specialists in their field or whatever.
That's what, dude, and that's what's tough, man. And that's another thing, like. What's awesome with like companies like Spotify or Pandora shooting new music at you, that's what's tough with the radio, man. Like, I give the songwriters, the performers, everybody, the producers, the managers, everybody that presses that music on the radio a great hand. You know, you're killing it doing it. But it's so unfortunate to listen to a radio station and within an hour probably hear a song 2, maybe 3 times if it's on, you know.
Right.
And you can think about these, I mean, it's like, you know, we used to listen to, you know, like 99.7, The Fox, and you just always hear like a song like, shit, I don't even know, man. I like Freebird. Freebird is an incredible song, but it's been played so many times that everybody's like, Freebird, you know. But dude, when you sit back and listen to that damn song, what a fucking ass whooping they put on that track.
It's a great song, but
it's so incredible. But like I said, it's one of the most popular songs played. So it gets overplayed, and nowadays that's happening so much faster by the way radio works, and they're just putting that song in your face, and it sucks because people strive to create this timeless music, and it's almost hard to, because they're going to push you as hard as they can for that amount of time rather than letting your song organically build a timeless life. You know, it's
you as an artist, your goal is to take what's inside of you and project it to the world. Their goal is to take what's inside of you and make money off of it.
All right, exactly. And it's a completely different thing, which is and now that's the thing. They're making money and you're just making magic.
I think they're starting to get scared though, because it's so easy now to produce and promote your own album. You don't really need a label except for your accountant, you know.
Right. I mean, you know,
I don't think it'll ever be as lucrative. I don't
think so. I think that dream of going out as a rock star nowadays, like it was that classic 60s, 70s rock star, you get everything you want, you do what you want. I think it's kind of over, man. I mean, I tell my band members every day, in taking a serious step in this industry, you have to be serious about it. You have to almost treat it like a job, you know. And I've been fortunate enough, being the lead man in the band, I can go out with an acoustic guitar, and this is my job. I can make it my job. I can do it all the time. It's good practice. And but this, being great at this is building your craft, loving this, living and dying for it, man. I mean, I relate it back. I used to run a hot dog stand, and that old saying they say, like, for every day you don't practice, you lose 3 days, you know. it's like that even with a hot dog stand. You know, I would go out of town for a week and take a week off, and when I came back to run this hot dog stand, like I almost didn't know what I was doing. I was like, man, I'm like brain farting.
Yeah.
It's the same way with music. I don't touch the guitar for a couple days, and it's like it'll show and you're playing that week. So you want to be on a professional level, you want to be a rock star. Every time you touch that thing, you got to make it sound right. So that means you got to be touching it all the time. You need to be loving on that thing, you know? You got to. And that's what I was saying. It's like you were saying with the lucrative thing, it is hard nowadays, man. They've almost made it. And because naturally, I mean, you have a world who sees these people living the life, playing music, living the anything they want, and making these millions of dollars, and you're like, wait, why do they get to do that? We've got to put a cut on that. We've got to stop that. You know, somebody said that, not me. I would love to be on the receiving end, but you know, it's just an interesting industry. At the end of the day, man, like one of the first songs I wrote was real like semi-political, just pro, like, you know, wanting to be better and like get out of the bullshit and let's everybody wake up and do better and just, you know, let's turn it around, man. Let's get this shit turned around and back on the right track. So naturally, the music, even from the beginning, like when in my lyrics, just naturally flow out of my mouth with a like, I want people to get a message, man, to do better. Our new album coming out, Trip to Mars, is actually the metaphorically in my head. You know, people have this envision, I guess, in their head that we might live on Mars, or there was life on Mars, or Mars was a potential place to go live. Well, you know, metaphorically, let's take that trip to Mars. Let's go to a new planet. Let's, you know, let's all do better. Let's just make this the new planet. Let's just do better. Dude, we can do this and do way better. So, and a lot of my lyrics kind of flow with that. You know, like, I'd have to sit you down. When I release the album, we'll sit down again and we'll break it down and I'll talk about it. But
well, we live in a world right now that has the potential to be just so amazing, and the forces that are not letting it happen, it's sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
go back to that lucrative thing. It evolves around that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
At the end of the day, that's tough, man, for people. That's tough.
Yeah.
I know I like money just as much as the next person. I like to go out and spend it, but, you know,
they
truly say, you know, more money, more problems for a reason. I remember working at Auto Bell, being 16 and always having cash in my pocket.
Yeah.
Now I'm like scraping build, but like, you know what? I'm making way more money than I was at Auto Bell when I was 16. What's going on here?
Yeah,
spending more stuff. Go doing more things, man. More opportunities.
That's the trap we fall into.
Yes,
I try to avoid.
But anyways, man, you know, festival's been great. We've had some great weather out here. We've had some awesome music. Like literally, I have not been let down by any act that played. I was truly
great groups.
Highly impressed. My sound guys, I have to give it to them, Jeff Small and Ben Robinson. They kicked some ass, dude. They truly. Ben yesterday ran both boards by himself, dude, and I was just like utterly blown. It took so much pressure off me because I was gonna have to do it. And I can do it, but I'm not as good as that guy.
Now, are they a production company? Are they for hire?
Ben is, yeah.
Audio?
Ben does it. Yeah, he kind of hires himself out. He does. He has a full-time job. He's always open to run sound.
Cool.
You'll see him around town running some gigs. So
right on.
It's nice to have a guy like that in the band that knows how to tweak and really work the sound. And this is cool. Both these guys are using that iPad setup where they can walk to the front of house and take care of everybody in front of them after plugging everything in the back. You know, it makes it so simple and awesome.
So you got any dates coming up you want to plug? You guys playing?
June 9th, we'll be at the Visualite Theater with Tyler Boone, man. And like I said, just promoting the album release. I don't know when it is yet, but like just getting everybody hyped up about this album. I really want to make sure we release it and get it out to people. I'm super confident in what the ability of the album and where it can go. So I want to be able to have some people to receive that, you know, and try to get in on that and hear this music because I'm so proud of it, man. And we put in a lot of hard work and like I said, just the exponential growth and getting to go out to Nashville and work with some players that like you'd never dream of thinking of working with, or like just understanding or valuing their talent level. It's just unreal. It truly just made me like want to grow so hard and so fast. Like I just want it to keep, you know, hungry for this damn music. I love it. Love getting better. I used to play on acoustic guitar, and we switched our sound to 2 electric guitars, and I have I fell in love with that, man. It's like, you know, just having to completely learn how to control yourself on that electric and what a pedal can do for you, and you know,
harmonics
it's just been
and
so awesome.
else.
it truly is incredible. I've dabbled around on the piano too. I would love to be able to take some lessons and really get to know that. I wrote a couple songs, but they're easy, 3-finger chord stuff, not correct posture, But I just love music, man. My dad's got a saxophone at home. I'm gonna try to go get it, and I love watching sax players. So I was like, wait, why not give it a try? You never know. Shit.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I didn't, dude. For so long, my dad was in a band back in high school, and I guess after high school, right before I was born. I guess they never played again after that. But it was called Fredenstein, and their first album was called The Young Monster, and it's really cool, like some cool music for its time for sure. And we, I used to listen to that. I was a kid, always in high school. I had some friends that were in bands. We'd throw parties at my house, like little concerts at my pool house, and always a huge supporter. I never thought I could do it, never really. And one night I sat down with a kid, and he showed me, one of my really good friends, Dylan Burleson, showed me one chord, and I got home and was able to do the chord. Came back, showed me 3 chords, and I was able to do the song now. And then, from there, I was just like, yeah, this is okay. I can do it. That's weird.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's been fun, man. Music's been awesome, and like I said, this festival's been a huge help growing in my career as music. Got to meet incredible musicians this weekend, 25 bands out here.
Yeah.
The connections you make is incredible, and people have told me since I've started, dude, that's where it comes from, connections. Good or bad, experiences you have with people, just keep the connection, man. Make sure you talk with people.
Yep.
And stay connected. That's the best way for anything to grow.
Absolutely. Well, I won't keep you any longer, man. The band, I don't think they're closing up, but...
Yeah, no, they'll keep going. Let's see you in the Brothers Reed. They will go as long as you let them.
Is the other guy coming over?
Yeah, who knows? Probably not. I'll let you probably get to it, man.
Right,
I do appreciate it, Mick.
Hey, it's
been
good.
Awesome, and I hope your experience was fantastic.
Oh, it was awesome. I learned a lot too about how to kind of go about this.
Yeah,
so
cool, man.
I think we're gonna get a decent episode out of it. And the next one will be even better.
Definitely, man. I'll make sure we blast that out and get it out to everybody.
Cool. All right, Fred Hines, late night special. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So wrapping up, I have a lot of people to thank, among them Mr. Don Eidman, John Bruner, and Ade Herbert. Don is a wonderful songwriter and just a lovely man. He's introduced me to more people than I'd ever get a chance to meet on my own, and for that, I'm thankful. John came out in the rain and helped me set up when he definitely didn't have to, and so to have friends like that, I really appreciate it. Ade, lead singer of the Hawthorns, came out and helped me all day Saturday, even coming to the rescue with some steaks for dinner, so thanks to him. I definitely couldn't have done it without you, brother. I have to apologize to all the groups and artists I didn't get a chance to talk to. Sometimes people are just in their element, and I don't really want to bother them, and then, other times just things don't line up. So a couple simply snuck under the radar. So Feather Pocket, Mariah Van Cleef, The Wormholes, Goodnight Brothers, Bloodworth Project, Swim in the Wild, and C2 and the Brothers Reed. I'll catch you on the flip side. Oh, and Cottle Creek, who did swing by, and I totally fucked up the recording. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I owe you guys one, but thanks for swinging by all the same. Don't forget to tell your friends about our show, and let me know any artists you have that you'd like me to feature or you're interested in. You can also find links to all the groups that were on here today in our blog post in the show notes. And yeah, that's about it. Facebook close. Jobless!
Summer nights and long warm days, stolen as the old moon falls, and the mirror shows another face, another place to hide it all, another place to hide it all. Lost behind the words I'll never find, and I'm left behind as seasons roll on by, sleeping with a full moon blanket, sand and feathers for my head. Dreams have never been the answer. woods I'll never find, and I'm left behind as the seasons roll on by. As the seasons roll on by, yeah. If I should be short on words, all things to someone, could you crawl into my world and take the words away? Should I be inside myself Well, I'm lost behind the words I'll never